what's going on, everybody? James from Next Level Gaming here, joined by Brandon, Nick, and JS once again for another episode of the Level Up podcast. Today we have a special episode, and it is the Would You Rather Gaming Edition episode of the Level Up podcast. So I'm going to throw it right to Nick, who's going to start us off.
Cool. I've been thinking long about this, but I think this might be a good one. It's going to be a fun one. Would you rather have to be in your favorite game, but kill the main character, or your favorite character, or be your least favorite character in your favorite game?
Oh, wow.
So for me...
or be your least favorite character in your favorite game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Either way, you're in your favorite game, but you're either have to kill your favorite character.
Can I start this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so... like my favorite game, I already mentioned this in the last podcast too, is like Ocarina of Time. That's by far my favorite game. My least favorite character in that shit is like Sarah, the stupid friend who's like singing the song. So I don't want to be Sarah. I have no intention of being Sarah. So I will choose. My favorite character is Fox in Super Smash Brothers, and I will kill the hell out of Fox in Super Smash Brothers.
What a cop out.
What? What do you mean? How is that a cop out? My favorite character is Fox in Super Smash Bros. And I will mess his crap up.
He's not from Super Smash Bros. Though. He's got his own series.
Oh, okay, fine. Then who's this?
I don't know. How do you feel about Slippy?
I'm not Flippy.
JS thought he had us with a fucking boomer there, and he's just like, we're like, wait a minute, dude, he's not in that. He's not fucking.
No, what do you mean?
Okay, yeah, whatever.
He's a character.
We'll let him slide. Okay, so you're killing Fox. Okay, who's next? Brandon, go.
So Banjo-Kazooie is probably my favorite game. And I don't want to kill Banjo. And my least favorite
Kazooie?
No, my least favorite character though is Bottles. So I guess I'll take being Bottles in Banjo-Kazooie.
What? Bottles is so lame. That's awful.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill Banjo.
Okay, but just for conversational sake, who would you choose to be? Who would you choose to kill Banjo? Or like, who would you choose as the killer of your favorite character?
If I had to get Banjo killed, I would probably
no, just like your favorite character and the game
to
that you
kill,
would kill that character.
I mean,
yeah, the opposite of the question.
Gruntilda's the main villain. So if anyone's gonna kill Banjo, it's Gruntilda. So Gruntilda would be that choice in that case, but I'd rather be Bottles.
I think it would be ironic if it was Kazooie who killed him.
That's who if I had to pick someone to kill him, it would be Kazooie. But
I gotta be honest, man. I played the hell out of that game, and Kazooie killed Banjo more often than any other person in that fucking game. Yeah,
it's a tough choice then, because I wouldn't mind being Kazooie.
400 feet. Yeah. What do you mean I can't fly that far? All right, James.
Fuck, that's a good one because I got a lot of favorite games, but like 100%, like you can see him on the wall here. Marcus Phoenix from Gears, one of my favorite characters. I would 100%, if I was in Gears, I would totally fucking kill him just to stir the pot in that fucking storyline.
Dude, if you could kill Marcus Phoenix, you'd be the biggest badass of all time, too.
Oh, 100%. And I'll make you like, yo, the Locust got him. I don't know, man. Now I'm the leader. I am the captain now.
Oh, my God.
I am the captain now. But,
fair enough. Nick, what's the answer to your own question?
For me, like Mass Effect is my favorite series of all times. But for that to be the case, I would either have to kill or I'd have to be Ashley. And I think I wouldn't be able to actually kill Telly at all because she's just excellent. Is a good character design, good story, good everything. Ashley is a total bitch. But fine, I'll be a bitch.
Ashley's useless.
All right, fair enough. Question number 2, my friend.
This one's a little bit more simple. Halo or Call of Duty?
Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm going Call of Duty.
Absolutely not. Halo. 24/7 Halo.
I love Halo too, but I'll be going.
Halo hasn't done anything right in 6 years.
I'll still take Halo any day.
I'll take it.
Halo 3 as a singular game beats every Call of Duty title in existence, and I don't care.
Modern Warfare 2?
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
fair enough.
Absolutely.
I'll agree with you on that, but it's like you got to keep in mind, like every generation and every kind of game that comes out for these series is like, I don't know. That's a tough one because there's Black Ops 2. There's so many great titles in the Call of Duty franchise, right? And it's like
I'd still take Halo 5 over as the newest COD, or sorry, newest Halo to compare to COD. I'd still take Halo 5.
Yeah.
Crazy. Cold War's good. Warzone's good, man. Fuck, you guys are
Actually, if we're talking the
Halo's
newest,
good,
technically
too.
it would be Halo Wars 2 versus the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Your answer.
Which is actually better than Halo 5, so I'll still take it.
Wow.
So are we split 2 and 2 there? The two
I think we're
James?
split 2 and 2 there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's a divisive thing.
You got one
And
more
then
there?
It's a
my
good
last
question, actually.
one. Yeah, no. It's always good.
If you can split the group in half, you've done good, son.
Yeah.
You've done good.
It's good. It's good. And then lastly is, would you rather be a side character to your least favorite hero, or would you rather be a henchman to your most hated villain?
What, is that not the same thing? A side character and a henchman?
It's same thing. It's a side character either way, but to your least favorite hero or your most hated villain.
That's true. Like being Navi to Link. Ugh. So annoying.
Yeah, I'm going henchman for sure. Just so I can take my shot and kill him off.
Well, I gotta think who's my
Put it in the
greatest
context
villain.
of your favorite game, at least, or at least your favorite hero as well.
Is it specifically about like your favorite game?
It doesn't have to be the same game. It's so. For example, my least favorite hero is actually Dante from Devil May Cry.
What? He's awesome. He's kind of a bitch.
I hate that game. All of them. I'm not a huge fan.
Okay. What's his sidekick's name?
What?
He has a sidekick?
He's got a couple.
Yeah, but like, you can just be his sidekick.
It's just be his sidekick.
I guess
doesn't
if
have
he's the
to be.
protagonist, any character that's with him is
just
randomly.
Devil May Cry.
I thought it had to be an established sidekick.
But my I think either way I'm fucked because my favorite villain or my most hated villain is Voss.
Yeah.
Right from Far Cry 3. So if I'm a henchman there, I'm not lasting long.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no, you turn up the game difficulty and you're alive forever, man.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up going to work for Voss for a little bit. If anything, I won't have to suffer working with Dante.
I mean, fair enough. Good answer. Who didn't answer? Brandon, did you answer?
I have not answered. And I would pick the sidekick to my least favorite hero, because my least favorite hero is Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. And that gives me a plethora of options to choose from for who I would be.
I mean, okay. Fair enough.
I mean, it was a great driving simulator.
I've always really enjoyed the Backstreet Boys Goes on Tour simulator, but
I was like, you're cool sitting in the back of a car like this.
Listen, I'm just chilling with my boys all the time. I don't have to put in half the work because I'm not the main focus of a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, but when your car breaks down, you're gonna have to walk through the desert for 45
Yeah, but we got to take
hours.
some action shots first. Obviously, like we got to take some selfies of a blown tire.
That's literally my life right now. So that's what I should have chosen. James, did you answer?
Yeah, I said it'd be a henchman to my
that's right,
least.
that's right.
Yeah, and then
Okay, Nick, what's your next question, my man?
I'm done. That's 3.
He's done. That's 3. That's
What?
a 3
That's
piece
already
right there.
3.
Yeah.
Holy
You're
crap.
up. You're
Breeze
up.
I'm
through
up.
'em.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go for it.
If you could create your own video game, which company would you use to make it? Okay, Ubisoft or EA?
Ubisoft for me, 100%.
Fuck Ubisoft.
I think I'd
Way
have
better,
to go.
way better
Yeah,
than fucking EA, man.
No, I think I'd have to go with Ubisoft because EA's servers have failed me so many times that I cannot count.
All right, fair enough. I mean, Ubisoft has kind of screwed the pooch lately. I'm not gonna lie. They've done some great stuff, but
totally agree with you. I
and
think
EA's
it's
got a ton of financial support behind them. Ubisoft is obviously pretty powerful too.
They're big
but
too.
yeah, they're big
EA.
too. But EA is like,
Really? Yeah.
I know. I
EA.
think I
Just
might
another
choose EA
split the
too.
room.
Yeah, like I'm gonna make a lot of money if I have a game on EA.
I look at it from the
Yeah,
standpoint
but you'll
of
still make
like,
some money on Ubisoft too. Like
I
mean,
Ubisoft,
You're
up there. They're, like,
underestimating
top five.
EA's backlog of games that they've published and own the rights to, though. Like, if I want to make a sequel to
Yeah,
Alice
of
Madness
course.
Returns, I can only do that with EA. And if they're paying for me
Yeah,
to
but,
do
like-
that, then let's go.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise,
That's why,
what?
like, I guess
My creative restriction is making a Viking Assassin's Creed game? Like,
Fair enough.
I guess if I wanted to make Road Rash, I'd have to stick with EA too, right? So I'd be fucked. But I go Ubisoft. Want to know why? Because my game would be a fucking open world Ghostbusters game with the same engine as Division 2. Division 2.
See,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
funny
the
because if
Division
I had to
would be
make a
great.
game, it would be like another Battlefield game, which is obviously,
I'd make a Battlefield
Origin-
game with
Origin
stable
EA.
servers.
I think if
There
I
you
could
go,
pitch
but
it
I would do
right,
Modern
EA will
Warfare
give me a lot more
style
money to
EA.
make it. 110%.
Yeah.
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 So
fair
we're
enough.
split, right? I guess we're split, or no?
Yeah,
it's
we're
three,
split.
three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
EA.
Thank
Nice.
you.
There
Hey,
we go.
starting off fresh.
All right. Second
Kicking shit
question,
off.
boys. This one's a little spicy. Okay. If you
Chicken
woke
wings.
up,
Chicken
Chicken
wings.
yeah, exactly. If you woke up on a spaceship as a specific character in each of these games, would you rather find yourself on the Skeld in the world of Among Us, the Fortress of Doom in Doom, or the USG Ishimura from Dead Space?
USG
Ooh.
Ishimura.
The
USG
legend.
Ishimura. No hesitation.
My
Say
man,
Ishimura.
this guy, the ball's on you. I like it.
It's pretty hardcore. man.
Terrifying game.
It's such a good game. I actually have to play
Oh,
through
man.
it again.
I'm going on the ship, man. The Among Us ship, the Skeld.
No.
100%.
Yeah, you're pretty good at Among Us though, so that's
I'm
why,
sneaky,
right?
man.
You're a sneaky,
Yeah.
man.
I'm a
Dude,
sneaky boy.
playing Among Us with James was so funny, man. This guy, what a sneaky
Really?
motherfucker.
Oh,
He would
that's
kill me, and then
so-
I just watch him move around the map. What was that one time, man? You were like, you're in the electrical room or something like that, and you're just.
Somebody-
I watched him run into the room, and he was about to kill someone, and someone else ran in. This guy just stood still for like 15 seconds straight while both of them left, and then continued moving. It was like the most bait thing I've ever seen in my life.
Best was like the
But it
best
was
was
beautiful.
I killed somebody in front of somebody else. Then they're the ones that called the meeting, and the first thing I said, I'm like, "Yo, this guy right in front of me killed buddy." And then he's like, "What do you mean it was you?" I'm like, "Come on, that makes no sense." And then I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey."
I think that was
And I
me.
I think it was you, maybe, yeah. Then I'm like, "Matt, you were right beside me. I ran right by you. I would have killed you. You were by yourself." He's like, "Yeah, that's true." You got to be
Yeah.
sneaky. 100%.
I know.
I'm on that ship.
Oh,
I'm an
Dude,
awful
I think-
liar. And Nick can attest to how crap I am at Among
he is a
Us.
terrible liar.
What do you do,
Wow.
JS? Which ship
Me?
are you on? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, me and Brandon talked about this earlier, and you made a fair point. At least, like, the Earth is still there, and there's still some, like, recluse that you can end up, going back to Earth, and everything's okay in the end, as long as you're not counting Dead Space 2 and 3. But, like, as in Doom, it's like all hell has broken loose, and, like, the
Yeah.
world is just gone, so
Doom-
there's
Doom,
no
you're
answers. Like,
Screwed.
yeah, Doom, you're screwed. Yeah, I'd probably choose Among Us too. Like, I think I'm a pretty good liar, and I think I'd be able to survive the first wave.
I think
Dude,
I'd probably,
waking up on
probably
Ishimura
take my
is, like,
risk.
devastating. Where?
You going
Where
for
would
I think
you?
I would take my risk for Ishimura.
Ishimura gang, yes.
Yeah,
Interesting, boys. Interesting. So that's
terrifying.
A split, too.
Boy.
That's
You
a
got some
split,
balls on
too.
you guys. That's
I mean, I've played
terrifying.
that
When's
game.
my-
I know what that ship looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
remember?
played it.
You
And at
remember
the very
everything?
least, if I do get like fucked over while I'm on the Ishimura and I succumb to the marker, in my mind, I'm sure everything's peachy keen. Like, sure, I've mutated into some gross, nasty ass looking necromorph, but I'm happy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
if you
true,
die
actually.
in Among Us, you're
Leaping through a
dead.
flower field.
Yeah,
Like, if you're dead, you're
yeah.
dead.
You're either dead or you're feeling the vacuum of space.
Exactly.
When somebody sends you out by accident.
But you make a good point, right? Like, if you do get taken over, at least you're still, like, conscious, right?
You know what? At least I get to be a necromorph and tear apart the next person that comes by.
Maybe
There you
I'm
go.
a nice lady necromorph and settle down and have decay.
Settle down.
Specifically, I'd rather be
Dead
one of
Space
those
5, yeah. Okay.
one of those ones from that regenerates that you can't fucking kill it.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with
You just
that.
gotta throw me into a jet engine if you want me gone.
Okay, third question, boys.
Here we
This one's a
go.
little specific to us because we've all played this game as a team. But if you could be ranked number 1 in the world, would you rather be it as an FPS player, a speed runner, or a Rocket League streamer? Come on, boys.
I think I'd say Rocket League streamer because I suck at Rocket League.
There you go. There's
If
some
I could
money in it,
aerial
too.
across the map and get some goals, I'd be happy. Make some change along the way.
I'm
Speedrunner.
going speedrunner. Yeah. I want to
I
be that
think
guy.
it-
Yo, this guy just beat GoldenEye in 5 minutes. That's me, boys. That's me.
Well, I know, and that's the thing. Honestly, it's like speedrunning is such a competitive world, right?
It's
and
crazy,
there's
yeah.
so much respect for those people who are first place in very
Oh, yeah.
specific games. Super Mario, GoldenEye,
Yeah.
yeah, like Zelda, all those things. So it is interesting. I think I would do FPS, man. Like I play a lot of FPS games. Give me number one. Like I know Counter Strike is a person game. Sorry, a team oriented game, but like if I was ranked number one in
Number one Counter Strike. Yeah, no.
yeah,
that would be,
like that's
Yeah,
kind of
that'd be so
badass, right? That's
prestigious,
old
yeah.
school. Yeah, like there's not many things that you can argue
all
against
the
that's cooler than that.
sponsors and stuff like that, all the money.
But it's not even just the sponsor. There's a lot of money involved. There's the sponsorships. I get that, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for me, it's like Counter Strike Source, Counter Strike Go 1.6. It's just old school. Like you're a fucking god. Like that's
You're a
OG.
legend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
competitive games. You're number one in the most old school competitive game in the world. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty cool.
would say, actually, if I'm gonna think FPS side, I think number one at Rainbow Six would be fantastic.
That'd be cool.
That's
Yeah.
a great game too. Yeah, that's a fantastic
I
game
haven't
to
played
watch
Siege
too.
in a
Yeah.
while, but it's one game that I can just always go
You should
back
play
to,
it.
and even
That's
if
a
I'm
big one.
trash, I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah,
Should play it and get our asses kicked.
Let's go. Why,
we should play.
Oh,
it.
why
yeah,
are we
Yeah,
still
I'm
doing
down.
this podcast? I'll just stop the
Is it
recording.
it's
and
not
we'll
cro-
go
Right,
is it-
goodbye.
All right, bye everybody.
It's not crossplay, is it?
No.
No.
I don't think so, at least. I haven't checked. I know they said they wanted to do it, but I think it's only cross-gen between like PS4 and PS5 or Xbox
Here, I'll
One and
check.
Series X. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's like console crossplay.
Okay.
I'm checking right now.
Everyone Google
Okay,
it.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but
I don't think it's crossplay either. I honestly don't. But
I think it's just console
be interesting
generation.
to check.
Yeah, it's only cross generation.
Yeah.
Okay, those are my three. Brandon,
Alright.
you're up, bro.
All right. Well, I
Really
picked
good.
some of the
Buddy.
most thought-provoking, journalistic-based questions in the entirety of all of this. These are real brain teasers. I'd be surprised if James's IQ is not high enough to understand this. And I'll let you guys
Would you
figure out
rather-
which James I'm referring to.
Wow.
I don't know where
They
it's
He's
call
going.
me
referring to
JS,
me,
bro.
actually, but
Yeah.
So a lot of my questions are more so, would you rather, in the case of like, should this stay the same, or would you change it this dramatically? My starting one is, would you rather leave the games industry the way it is with DLC and microtransactions, or would you rather have an industry where there are no DLC and microtransactions, but any planned, upcoming, as well as currently existing DLC / microtransactions also no longer exist?
so complete games at launch versus
Complete
Yeah,
games
complete
at launch,
launch.
but in the respect of,
That's a good one.
for example, The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3's base game is all you get. You don't get Blood and Wine. You wouldn't get the Heart of Stone
All the
expansion.
extras.
Those just don't exist anymore.
So you're taking away the DLC versus having the DLC,
Correct.
but DLC costing money. DLC costing money, baby. The only problem with DLC costing money, obviously, is that not everyone can either afford it or wants to do it, right? So you end up with
Yeah.
a split game. For instance, I've been playing like old school Battlefield 4 with a buddy who's jumped on these servers recently. And he didn't download the expansions, so I have to choose servers that don't have the expansions on them, and it's a huge pain in the ass. I don't think that happens very often, that kind of split.
Mhm.
But I do enjoy the fact that like you have a diehard community in a video game, and they play 6 to 8 months of that video game, right? And everything is gravy. They're enjoying it the hell out of it. DLC comes in, and hopefully it's not too expensive. Most DLCs I think are like $20-$30, to be honest. And there's a whole new world to participate in, and it reinvigorates the gaming community, and everyone dives back in, and suddenly there's thousands and thousands of players when there used to be only hundreds. Like, I love that. That's all good for me. If I don't really enjoy the game that much and it didn't really do it for me in the first place, now I have the choice of not involving myself in those DLCs, right?
Battlefront 2 literally just did exactly what you said, where when they went free on the Epic Game Store, they saw like, I think 2 million new users.
Mhm.
And like the
Oh, wow,
Battlefront
really?
2 Reddit has just been bumping
Yeah.
I'm
since
one
then.
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just
exactly.
regens it, right? Like
Yeah.
Division 2 when they came out with the the New York, what's it called? I can't
Warlords of New
remember
York.
it. Warlords of New York. That's it. I got back into that because I love Division, but
Yeah.
I have to say, I gotta keep DLC as much as like I don't
Yeah.
want to pay all that extra.
But you
cash
said
to upgrade.
DLC and loot boxes, didn't you?
Yeah, so
basically
microtransactions also don't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
it's same
But
stuff.
you can choose microtransactions, and let's hope these games that we're talking about here aren't like entirely dependent upon microtransactions, right?
Yeah,
So like games like I love playing Dota. Dota has tons of microtransactions in it, but it doesn't affect the gameplay. You can be just as good with none of that gear as someone else who has all of it, right? So
Yeah.
as long as that's not a factor, I don't care about loot boxes. It doesn't phase me.
But this
I don't
also
have to buy it.
would eliminate, like, from the same perspective, this would also eliminate a lot of games from pretty much existing. Like games that have fundamental foundations like the current version of Fortnite as opposed to the standalone title they launched. When your entire design is a free-to-play game that is online, like, sure, they could have just packaged and sold the base version of Fortnite with no extra DLC or seasons passes, but then you don't get the game blowing up the way that it does. Warzone might, hypothetically speaking, not exist at that point. We lose out on a really cool COD game. Genshin Impact doesn't really exist anymore. Well, again, they could park it. Go for it. No.
Well, I was gonna say, are we really losing out on it? I mean, like, would they not create just a new game called Warzone a year later?
They could, and
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
There's money to be made. They're going to make the money, but would they invest more time and energy?
You know, you don't have
Yeah, but that's a good point, right? Like you have these EA titles, these sports games that come out every single year, and as far as I'm concerned, they're all fucking DLCs. They're all DLCs.
Same. Like NHL this year, it's like they just looks the same.
So wouldn't it be better if they stopped doing that crap? And I don't necessarily mean NHL or any EA sports game in general. I just mean the fact that it's kind of indicative of what's going on here. It's like stop pumping out this crap. Take some time, sit back, and like let's look at Cyberpunk and The Witcher and stuff like that. Like for all its flaws and what happened there, at least they took 6, 7, 8 years to rebuild and recreate a whole new game. There was no like crap involved. It was like they started from scratch and they rebuilt a game and they put their love and time and energy in. And like the Grand Theft Auto series, right? And it's like they're riding high on this DLC stuff, and I get it. It's a good game even with the DLCs. Right? Yeah, and it's all online. But when they come out with a new game, it's fresh, it's unique, it takes advantage of all the graphical, updates and upgrades and tech that's available. And I'm fine with that. Like that's in fact probably a better idea. Like there's so many fucking games out there already. It's almost hard to choose what I want to play next. If you cut that in half and said every game was not a DLC, it was a new title.
Standalone titles.
Yeah, and it came out a year later with 3 DLCs packed into one as opposed to DLCs.
I think you may have changed my mind because like the first thing that I go to is Borderlands 2, the Dragon Keep DLC, right? Yeah. I wouldn't want to lose that, but if they were to turn around and say Tiny Tina's Dragon Keep is the entire game, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd take that.
There you go, right? Like, we're not losing, like, these are money-making productions. They're not going to stop making content. But what we want is them to stop making stupid content that costs money without the value. Now, I like DLCs. I'm for DLCs because there's a basic rule in, like, capitalism and economics is, like, you have to provide something that somebody wants, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so if the DLC is something that you want, the only problem is that some people want it and some people don't, and then you split the community up, right? So you had 100,000 people playing a game, and now 50,000 people are playing the DLC, and the other 50,000 people are playing the original. You now have your servers just divided into 2, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, but it also keeps it fresh. I don't know, it's tough.
I'll probably go with keeping DLCs and keeping microtransactions and all that.
Yeah, me too.
So that one's
I don't like the microtransactions.
Yep.
Okay. Next up.
What's number 2, buddy?
Again, this is more of a like versus the status quo or change the status quo question. Would you rather have Nintendo continue their current pattern for releasing new Smash Bros. Fighters to the Smash Bros. Ultimate roster or any ongoing Smash Bros. Games thereafter? Or would you rather it switch to a fan consensus where fans can vote on the next fighter, but they limit the amount of fighters to roughly 4, as opposed to the 12 projected ones? I would say roughly 4 per game if, on hypothetically speaking, they were doing 12, fighters every game going forward.
Oh, okay. So for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you would only get 4 new additional characters on top of the original, what, 60? I think
Yes.
there was. What was it, 60 or 55 or something like that?
There's,
You said 55.
I think there's 60 or something like that. Yeah.
The original 60 or something,
The
right?
the
Yeah.
initial built-in roster does not change, but any new DLC fighters would be then limited to a fan vote, so fans can choose who they want to see, but there can only be 4 fighters.
See, now we talked about this a little bit before we started this podcast, but you run into the problem of having like I kind of trust Nintendo to make the right choices.
Yeah.
And
the
obviously they
people
have to
will
follow all
not.
these rules and stuff.
Yeah.
But if there were no rules at all and then the fans could vote for whoever, you still run into the problem of fans being stupid idiots like
And
Bodie
voting something,
McBoatface, right? Bodie McBoatface. Remember that? You guys know that story of like
No.
there was just like what was
No.
it? A boat?
It was like
Voting
a
with
vote that they
McBoatface.
put to
Was
an
it what
internet
country
survey.
though?
I think it was
What country? It
Australian.
was like yeah, it was like an
Bodie
Australian or
McBoat.
Swedish or something boat, and they're like they had this like multi-million-dollar ship that would like traverse the seas and go collect data, a scientific ship. Yeah, and they left it up to the internet to decide what the actual name was. So there was like in the top 10 list, there was all kinds of weird shit. Some of them are really nice and good.
Bodie McBoatface.
The number one vote was Bodie McBoatface by like 100,000 people voted for, and they named it Bodie McBoatface. To their credit, they did, and that happens a
awesome.
lot, right? Like you see these
That's
stories
crazy.
all the time. Yeah, but then you leave it up to them, right? So you have a Super Smash Bros. Roster, and you're like, "Oh, I'm so excited for the new character! It's up for vote." And you're
And then you're
looking
like,
at the page, and there's 10 people, right? 10 potential candidates, and the
10
number
people
one
voting for
candidate
Doge.
is yeah, like I said, like Sarah from fucking
Sarah from-
Zelda, like Link's stupid friend. It's
Or
like
E.T.
no,
Navi
E.T.
is
from
your new
Atari.
Smash Bros. Fighter.
yeah, but there's a lot of fun involved in that too. Like how funny would it
Yeah.
be if something like that happened? You're just like,
Yeah, I'm going
sick.
voting, man. I want to see what the crazy people.
Yeah, I
in the
wanna
world
vote
I would
too.
go with
vote.
Yeah,
I would go
vote,
with
vote,
keep it
vote.
as is because I think I gain joy from watching the new reveal trailers when nobody knows who it's going to be, and then
Mhm.
just a surprise on their face.
That's
That's
fair.
kinda
Like
Yeah.
true.
surprise on
right?
their face when they straight up killed Luigi in one of them, and nobody bats an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mario got stabbed through the heart, and it turns out he's like it's up on his cufflink. Like,
I think Nintendo's they've done a great job of adding fighters, but I think behind this, like obviously we
Kind
can't
of.
speak to what's going on behind the scenes.
Not really though.
probably just
I
sitting
have
there
no
like-
complaints about any of the fighters. they've
Another
released so
Final
far.
Fantasy hero. There's 5 Final Fantasy
but
heroes. Like
Sephiroth's
Banjo
I'm
He's
okay.
good. He's got-
Sephiroth was a really good addition
He's
there.
got a yardstick for a sword. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Come
but you
on.
already have like 10 or 15 characters who have massive sword attacks.
Did we lose
Oh.
him?
But well, he's still
Cam
talking.
went down.
We just
but
lost
yeah.
his camera.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
you
I'm
can.
here. Hold on.
This
That's
is-
fine.
It's okay.
But
We'll
you
put
already
a-
have.
Amateur
flapping
podcast
lips.
is this?
Sorry, what?
We'll animate James's flapping lips and put it
Just
over
talking. Yeah. We'll put
Oh,
Bodie
good,
McBoatface up there.
that. We should.
Editor,
Yeah,
just
but I would
slapping
have
Bodie
to say,
McBoatface.
yeah, no, totally. I would have to say, leave it as is. They're doing a good job already. I don't want to leave it to the internet because look at what happened with Twitch Plays Pokemon.
I think that the internet can be trusted
Yeah, it
to do some quality work. I think based off of how people rally for like GME and stuff like that, and how that blew up, and like
Yeah.
GameStop stock was being
Yeah, but
you know,
but keep in mind, GME, you're gonna bring up GME here. GME was a fucking joke. It was like, hey, a bunch of retards, and I'm not sure if I can say that word, but they call
You already did.
themselves
Too
call
late.
themselves
The
retards.
retards. Yeah,
They
yeah,
do.
that's
They
fr-
call themselves retards, right? They say, hey,
just
I
gonna
don't
get
like.
thrown
They
out.
list out this massive thing
socks.
about like what we should do and be like, yeah, but like I don't really know anything about this because I'm a fucking retard. So like, take my word, right? But it's like that was a joke, right? It was like, hey, fuck, what was the actual company called that did that? They screwed up. Here's an opportunity. Boys, let's dive
Yeah.
in, right? But if they did that, like think about that. If that happened with a Super Smash Bros. Character, it would be a meme. GME was a meme. It was a joke. So you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know, which is all fine and good, but you'd have a
But
lot
Nick-
of like silly, like you'd have like SpongeBob
The next-
SquarePants and Super Smash Bros. Right?
I'm
next
completely
Smash
okay
Bros.
with that,
character.
though. He literally
I'd be
has a
good with
full
that.
moveset coming from
Yeah,
Battle
man.
of Bikini
Yeah,
Bottom.
Patrick in there.
I'm fine with it too. Like
I'm
I don't,
down.
but I don't think they come together for strength and unity in a positive way.
Yeah.
I
How
should
can
say the
we,
list
how
is
can we
still
destroy this game?
the
Right?
list is still
I'm
reflective of what Nintendo's rule set is. Like you can't vote in a character that's not already featured in a video game.
See, but that's feature in a video game. But like part of the problem I think with Nintendo's current lineup and roster and new additions is that they're so restricted on who they can bring in. And I honestly, but that's why there's another Final Fantasy character and stuff like that. Like, there's so many people that everyone wants in. Like, where's Goku, man? Why is Goku not in Super Smash
wouldn't
Bros?
say
Because they don't
Goku's
own the
counts.
rights.
I wouldn't say
So
Goku counts.
surprised. I'm so
What?
surprised that Sora's not in it yet.
Yeah,
Who?
that's apparently so. I mean, it's off topic, but apparently Disney is responsible for Sora not being in it because he's technically still a Disney property. I know he's a Square Enix
okay.
character, but Disney's part of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and they do have a say since
Yeah.
he's an original character to the Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
franchise.
They can't just put Daffy Duck in and shit like that, right? Like,
I mean,
it doesn't work.
Daffy Duck's been in a video game. He's got a Smash set that he
definitely.
can do.
Can do it.
Yeah, but he can't be in Super Smash
What
Bros.
about
right?
Spy
Unless
versus
Disney signs
Spy
off on
in
it.
Smash
All I
Bros?
need, all I need is a Waluigi. That's an actual
There you go.
playable character, and then I'll.
Dude, they're gonna
for,
honestly,
like-
they're saving that. You know they are, right? They're saving
They've
that
been
for when like
saving so long.
I know, but when like they're gonna release another game, Super Smash Bros. Like not Ultimate, but like the
Super
final
Smash Bros.
or something
Waluigi
like
edition.
that. Well, exactly.
Super Smash
Like,
Bros.
they're holding
Ultimate
on to that, man.
Again,
Yeah, I love that game.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting question. What's your next one, my friend?
The last one, since we want to talk about Mass Effect and everything so much. So the last one is if the genre you did not pick from the question were to disappear forever, would you rather RPGs continue a sci-fi fantasy layout or a medieval fantasy layout?
Wait, the one I picked disappears.
No, so the one you pick is what every RPG has to create their world in, but the one you do not pick disappears forever. They can no longer use it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going sci-fi 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Sci-fi, baby.
I would
Sci-fi
have to
fantasy
say.
is fantastic.
As
I
one
would
of
have
the,
to say medieval.
Medieval, eh?
Yeah.
Sci-fi. As one of the best Dota players probably in this podcast right now.
Bro, you
Sci-fi
go,
100%.
All right.
100%.
I'm not going to deny
This guy
it.
doesn't even play Dota. I'm the fucking Dota king.
I'd never
I'm
played.
terrible at Dota. I've been playing for 13 years and I'm still like some shitty rank that nobody cares about. No, I'm
I
decent.
care about you.
This guy's not doing some
Uh,
bot lane solo.
But
right
like,
now.
okay, can I ask you this? Does the Diablo franchise disappear in this case?
Yes, it does.
That's-
Because it is technically a medieval fantasy.
Ooh.
Is it?
What about
Yeah.
Skyrim?
Skyrim would
Skyrim would
technically be medieval
disappear.
fantasy. Yeah.
Medieval.
Oh, my heart.
That's
The
why I
Elder
have to.
Scrolls franchise is gone. Fallout would
Yeah?
still be here, but Fallout would disappear if you
No.
picked Elder Scrolls.
Dragon Age will. Dragon
Yeah,
Age.
Dragon
will-
Age.
Dragon
gone.
Age wouldn't. Yeah, Dragon Age wouldn't be a thing.
You know what? I as we talked about this earlier, I said sci-fi, but I'm changing
World
my
of Warcraft
answer. I'm
would be
going-
gone. So Warcraft. Is gone.
No.
Really?
One of my favorite games of all time.
Well,
Vanilla
those
WoW.
are. I mean, they're not exactly medieval, but I mean, it's hard to define. You know.
No,
like
it's
that kind
medieval.
of-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I
No,
totally
but
agree.
I would have to say
Bows, arrows, axes.
it's less medieval and more high fantasy
Correct.
than anything.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
But-
it's medieval and like there's like
Yeah,
fucking-
it's
they cook food on bonfires.
olden
they use
times.
axes and bows and swords.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah, and
They-
that's
they have-
that's
they have-
essentially what the pick between would be.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think I'd have to go with like the high fantasy medieval one because even sci-fi, there's not a lot of real sci-fi RPGs out there right now. Maybe Knights of the Old Republic.
Star Wars
But-
would pretty much be gone as
Is
a
that
video game
MMORPG?
IP.
Yeah, as a video game IP, Star Wars would be gone. But
Would it though? Because
not
technically
Battlefront.
it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
but you gotta keep
Technically,
in
it's
mind,
medieval.
guys.
I mean,
Guys,
they are using swords. Technically,
You're deleting by saying sci-fi, James and Brandon. You're deleting Zelda from the roster as well.
I'll wait until they put out a Zelda with laser guns. It's fine.
Yeah.
Wait, you can play as Link in Smash Bros. And pick up a laser beam gun. So that's
it's
sci-fi.
gonna be- They're gonna make the Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina in space. That's it.
I wish I
You're good to
didn't use that Fox in Super Smash Bros. Example in the last podcast. That is not fair. That doesn't count.
go. Was it this podcast you did this? Did that?
Was it? I don't even know, man.
No, it was this
on
one.
the sauce.
It was
It
the-
was this
Talking
one?
about
the
killing
character
Fox.
Yeah.
It was the
Like,
character one. Yeah, he's talking
was
about
like
killing
years ago.
Fox.
Oh, it was. Yeah. Yeah. No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. I rescind my
You gotta
answer
be
and I
Slippy.
rescind yours as well.
You gotta be
Um,
Slippy for the rest of your life.
No.
Or Sarah. It's gonna be Sarah forever.
Sarah, yeah.
Yeah, no, like obviously, guys, come on. Like I initially thought sci-fi myself because I'm a big sci-fi fan, but it's obviously you got to keep medieval fantasy. Like that,
Yeah.
some of the biggest games in the entire world of all time are medieval fantasy.
Yeah.
You can't
gonna
say
lose-
that at all
Those
about sci-fi
sci-fi's
fantasy.
gone,
It
man.
doesn't even fucking
Listen.
apply.
No
Not even-
StarCraft.
You're gonna lose out on RuneScape.
StarCraft,
RuneScape,
StarCraft's not RPG.
RuneScape.
Yeah,
Would League
I
of
love
Legends
RuneScape.
be counted as like a high fantasy / like medieval
It's not
fantasy?
RPG.
It's not an
Yeah.
RPG.
It's an
though.
RPG.
True, fair
That's-
enough. Yeah.
That's MOBA. Yeah,
Cool.
no.
I guess I'm switching now
Nice
too.
questions, Brandon.
I'm still
Yeah.
sticking with sci-fi because I can't live without Fallout, and that's sad, but it is what it is.
Fair enough. No, I mean
Very
that's the
sad.
point, right? Make your
Trace
I
that.
just
Trace
I need,
that.
I need
plant
Skyrim.
your
so
roots
I
and
can
stand. Yeah.
I need Skyrim so I could get the mod where Thomas the Tank Engine flies around
I
instead
need-
of the dragons.
110%. I need Fallout, and I need Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that makes sense. What
Okay.
about you?
At-
What about you, James?
All right, here we go. I got juicy ones, boys. I got some juicy ones right
Jeez,
here.
I'm
You ready?
actually afraid.
You ready? Okay. So
Can't
here's the
wait to
first
get
one.
brain
None of
tingle.
us know any of
Would-
these. By
Yeah. Would you rather play every single video game you play on the hardest difficulty there is possible, or you play every single game on easy, but if you are to die or lose, you can never play that video game again? So if you died in a game, it's gone. You never play it again.
the
Just
game is gone.
does not exist for you.
Okay. Well, naturally, I would say obviously hard difficulty because I assume you're talking about single player games, right?
Single player
Um,
sports games. Fucking one day the
yeah.
computer.
You guys ever see the movie Edge of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, one of my favorite movies by far. If you haven't seen it, you have to check it out. It's
That's
based
Tom
on a
Cruise.
manga about like never die twice, some crap like that. I forget.
Yeah,
But the concept of it is, every time you die, you wake up on the same place and you
Right, yeah.
restart, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you're
Groundhog Day.
restarting the mission. Yeah, it's Groundhog Day, but video game style in a way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the manga. And the point is that if you die enough times, you'll continue to move and advance through the level.
eventually you'll get
Because
through
you
it.
know where the bad guys are, you know what they're
Yeah,
about
yeah.
to do, and you can respond to them. You have the advantage, right? You're reliving the moment. So you play these hard difficulty games, and like honestly, the worst case scenario is Bloodborne, right, or something like that. It's like playing hard difficulty on Bloodborne.
But does that count? Because it doesn't technically
you'll-
have a difficulty. You don't get
Well,
to
no, I
set the
know.
difficulty.
No, it
Fair
would be
enough, fair
like
enough,
playing
but you-
through.
but
it
he
would be
said,
like playing
right, it
through
has to be-
Skyrim on Legendary or something like that.
Yeah, which is disgustingly hard, but it's like, fuck, at least I would be able to play it over and over again, and eventually I would win, right? Just based on the rule of I've seen this situation before
Yeah.
and I can predict it. But to never play that game again because you died once on some stupid day, like
There
what if my
are
mouse stops working or something
many,
like that?
many games where
Game
I
doesn't
play on
pause,
easy
and I've really got to take
and
a
I
piss.
die by accident.
Yeah. Like online game, you die. Like
Could you? Yeah, no, it's over. You can't play GTA.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
but he said hard mode, hard
yeah.
difficulty,
Well, it
and
wouldn't be.
easy
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah.
That doesn't
it wouldn't
apply
be.
to online.
Yeah. To online.
But, like,
No, what I
honestly,
would
like-
say.
Yeah.
There's still games you can't pause.
Yeah, but
You gotta
no,
take a
playing
piss, so you just
playing
sacrifice
Halo on
yourself.
Legendary Edition all the time,
Yeah.
right? You're bound to die. There's no way you're not dying at least once.
I don't know.
Wait,
is
maybe
Legendary
MLG.
easy mode?
Oh yeah, no, sorry. Even on easy mode.
No, I'm
I've jumped
MLG.
off a cliff by accident.
As soon as you turn on the
Exactly.
birthday skull,
Exactly.
you're good.
You're never playing the game again.
I've driven a warthog into a wraith shot before by accident, and then that would just be it. That would be the end of the game.
Just because you're
Now,
bad.
when I reviewed Battletoads, I played it on easy mode, and I almost wished that rule applied, that if you died once, you'd never have to play that shit again, because that new Battletoads game was garbage. Check out the review. Yeah, but like, man, like,
I love it.
playing my favorite single player game, like, shit, what was I playing recently? I was playing Will of the Wisps.
Line Forest, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, what a
Forest.
beautiful
Ori and the Will of the
game.
Wisps in this case.
Like,
Sorry, I'm an
yeah.
idiot.
Even on easy mode, that game is so much fun. If I died once and I wouldn't be able to play it anymore, I'd be livid.
It's lack of experience, and then
you know when you smash your like Xbox because the game's so hard and you can't win anymore? That's what would happen. I'd be playing easy mode, I'd slip into a fucking dark zone and I would die, and I'd smash my like computer. I'd throw it into the wall.
Your game would be gone.
Yeah, imagine the raid.
I think we're all on the same page. Like, I would just play
hard mode and suffer
100%. But it got you thinking though, because you're like, you know what?
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're competitive, because I'm competitive too. I'm like, you know, maybe I'll take a run at playing some single player games,
On
and
easy
hopefully
mode.
I don't die on easy mode, and hopefully you don't
Well,
die. But, like,
I mean that actually brings up another point, right? A valid point. Like, playing an easy mode game that you're comfortable with is kind of boring, right? But imagine I said to you, you die once, man, you never play this game again. Suddenly
you're
that easy
fucking
mode
jittery, man.
becomes
You're
like
jittery. It comes super
you're
hard.
sweating you're
There's also
stopping right
games
before
that you're just
the
innately
boss
not
battle.
good at on any difficulty. Like, I can't play StarCraft because I get too caught up in resource management that I just forget to build an army. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm getting destroyed by Zerg in the tutorial. It's like, all right, well, I'm done here.
Oh man. Yeah. Wow, Zerg, you gotta stop Zerg right away. Can't let them expand, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm too busy collecting power crystals. Too busy constructing
Yeah, so
pylons
that-
as the Protoss.
Yeah, this massive army, Zerg controls 99% of the map. You're like, let's go, baby.
Please construct more pylons.
GG. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's on the same
300
page on that one, right?
Yeah. Next one.
Okay. So
Next
next one. Okay. These ones are going to get a little more intense too. So, would you rather give up playing video games forever, or you have to play every single video game that you play with your least favorite controller, but with the buttons in reverse?
So poopy controller and the buttons are reversed.
Or button layout is in reverse.
We should spice that up a bit. Every time you pick up the controller, the controls change.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Because if you like, if I play 200 hours in a game, I don't care if the buttons are reversed.
Yeah.
I'm now a pro at that, right? And it's like,
No, I'll
we
say
get
it.
used to
We
doing
kind
that,
of
but-
we kind of deal with that
Yeah.
anyways, because like a lot of the times you play Gears of War and then you switch over to COD and the control scheme's completely different.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say,
I can't give up gaming, so I'm just gonna go and fuck around with the worst controller.
I
Just
fuck
like
around with the
watching
worst
Let's Plays.
listen, for
Yeah.
a very long time, I played with a controller where the left stick had, or not the left, the right stick had a bit of a touch on the top, so the camera would shoot up regardless of where I was doing.
yeah.
So like when I'm running around, I'd have one finger down, holding the camera down wherever I was going.
So
Yeah.
you're already used to it.
Fundamentally,
Yeah, eventually you just
like-
get used to it, right?
Okay, I'll be-
Fundamentally, like when we say that the controls are changing, are we saying like the analog stick is now going to be linked to like the X and triangle
Yeah.
button?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
the
know.
act-
what
I
to
would
say.
argue. I would
You
argue
never know.
that
Inverted.
Those
Like,
are
you don't
every
know
time
what
you
every
change
time.
You never know.
every time you play, you have to relearn the controls before you go.
Yeah,
It'd
exactly.
be
right?
crazy.
All
But then
right.
it
And you're
becomes
already
then it
playing
becomes-
on the hardest difficulty because we all said that we're going to be playing on the hardest
Yeah.
difficulty.
But
Yeah,
then
wait,
it doesn't
do these
become fun
scenarios
though.
stack
Then like
up?
the gaming doesn't become fun though, right? Because you're like, fuck, and I got to learn.
So
this game
that's my
different
point.
control.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna be the odd man out. I'm gonna say I'll take a year off gaming, and I'll tell you why.
No, I
okay?
said forever.
No
forever.
gaming at
no. You said forever.
Yeah,
No
forever.
more
forever.
Dota. No more Dota 2.
No more Dota. No
Okay.
more.
No more
fucking
Warcraft.
Rocket
Okay.
League. No more
Okay,
Rocket League.
That changes
tournaments.
things. I fucked Rocket League. That
Fuck,
changes
it's-
things, but I'll play devil's advocate. How about that?
There you go.
And I'll say forever off gaming for the reason of when I play Dota and when I play Rocket League and when I play all these competitive games and I do poorly, I get really angry. I get very upset and angry. I don't smash anything, but I don't like myself or my life in that moment. So you're pretty much just You know what I mean? It's like you're forcing unhappiness on me for the rest of my life playing these video games. I mean, to be honest, I should probably just quit playing video games anyways because I'm an unhappy soul most of the time I play competitive video games. So it probably would be a good thing for me to take a long break, maybe even forever.
Forever.
I'll just kill
Forever
myself.
break.
after a
I'm gonna
couple years
side
to
with
be
him.
like,
Yeah,
GG.
I'm with him on this.
Yeah,
I would say-
I don't have enough time to play
I-
games as it is, to the point that now I just watch most of them get played on YouTube. So I might as
There
well
you
just
go.
keep doing that.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna-
just judge the YouTuber, right? But
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
have to take.
I play video games for a break to be happy, and if I'm
Yeah.
angry every time I play games, like, what's the fucking point?
If the controls
No,
are changing every time I pick it up, though, I could just keep dropping it and picking it back up until I get a half decent
No,
control,
it's-
though.
Every time you
Yeah.
reload the game,
But
I
then
think.
again, think about this though. You can make a fucking Twitch channel, and then you can be like, everybody would tune in, like, oh, I wonder what the controls are gonna be like today on
Yeah,
GTA
yeah,
for this guy, right? Watch him get all fucking crazy, whatever. So
That's the
got
thing, it's
something
in the
for everyone to do it.
condition.
some of the best streamers out there, they put their own restrictions on that stuff too,
Yeah.
right? They're like, like pay $10 and you like I won't scope every time I shoot, right?
Yeah,
And they make a fortune doing that. Sorry, Nick, to
Right,
cut you
it's
off.
fun.
No worries. In the condition that I could be charismatic enough to pull a Twitch stream, then I would definitely do that.
What? You're
In
so
real-
charismatic, bro.
In real life,
Watch
I
it right
would
now.
most likely just not play again, never play video games again, because again, it's if I'm gonna pick it up, it's like when I tried to play Session, right? It was so impossible to learn how to play. I just kept falling
That's a
every
tough
5
game, though, man.
seconds. Yeah, I know, but I don't want every game to be like that. I don't want
Yeah,
to pick
exactly.
up Castle Crashers, which means go left and press X and have a different
Yeah,
control every
yeah,
single
So I win. Are we competing? We're not competing.
Yeah.
But my devil's advocacy wins.
I just really
No,
want
that's
them
what
to
I'm
be
saying, man.
stackable
It's
with
like,
the first
just-
question. I feel like that would really solidify me saying
That'd be crazy.
fuck no to gaming.
I'm never gaming again.
That would have been the best series of Would You
Also,
Rather.
then
That's
we
why
wouldn't
they
have
all
a reason to
stacked
make
on
a
top of each other.
podcast, so the podcast wouldn't exist anymore.
This is true.
Oh,
This is true.
James
Okay.
looks so
This,
torn.
this,
Alright.
this is James's his plan. Just get rid of NXL.
Kill you all off.
None of you are allowed to game.
It's okay. I'm Fox.
Alright.
I'm in N64 Smash Brothers. I'm good.
You're good to go. All right, last question. Okay, would you rather never play video games again? Another one, or you can only play video games on a 20-inch tube TV, but only in split screen?
That's fine. That's the classic way of
screen.
playing.
It's
Bro.
fine.
What do you
That's
mean?
easy.
wait, who has control of the other split screen?
It's just split screen.
Nobody.
Could be black. Could be somebody else playing blank
Yeah.
screen.
So then
Could
it's
be
technically a 10-inch screen.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
11-inch.
Tube
Wait,
TV.
is
So
it
you're
20
playing
or
next gen console on like 360p.
I'm still down for it. Those speakers sound
Oh,
way
yeah.
better than modern TVs anyway.
Yeah, that some of those CRT
wait,
tubes. they're
To
fucking
actually
legendary.
see, there was a video that came out of a guy putting what was it? I think it was like Cyberpunk on a PS2. So it was like launching on like a little CRT TV.
I think I saw that too,
Oh,
actually.
retro.
I also saw it on like an old phone or some shit.
I just
Yeah.
Or,
like
like PSP. It was PSP Cyberpunk.
I could never give up gaming. That's the thing, right? Like same with that controller shit. Like I'll just play and see what I can do.
I feel
And
like
even
you
the
get used
frustration-
to it too after a while.
Yeah,
You're
like,
it's
whatever,
my
second
setup.
world.
Like I'm already on a shitty setup. Like what am I talking about? Like
I
my
feel
shit
like
looks
split
crap.
screen is an easier
like,
way to play it.
We grew up on that. Like I grew up on split screen, so it's like it doesn't really matter to me. I grew up playing on a fucking like
Oh,
a
it'd just
19
be
inch
like-
TV too in my room. Like
It's just be like split screen in which I used to disconnect my brother's controller so he could pretend that he's playing with me.
yeah.
Right? So yeah, no, I
I
totally
would just
get it.
I would just invite you guys over so we can play split screen, boys. That's it. Come over.
Play
It's
playing-
just, yeah, you're just
4%
resurrecting Mad parties.
four
Super
person
Smash
split
64.
screen. No, 4-person split screen Mario Kart Double Dash.
There you
This is
go.
what we
No,
gotta
that's
do.
the
We
thing,
gotta-
right? Just play all the classics.
Yeah.
We got to get our hands on GoldenEye and some old school N64
I have
co-op
on my N64.
game. There you go. So we got to do
Yeah.
that. We go do some Let's
Do a
Plays
Smash
coming up.
Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
Is
it.
this
We're
Andrew?
gonna
Party
do
of
some of
Friends,
that.
huh?
Mario Kart GoldenEye. We'll do
I'll
something.
be there in
Maybe we'll do
15
like,
hours.
you know what we should do? We should do some like old school retro N64 Let's Plays, but we'll do some sort of like charity event or something. We see
Yeah.
how many people can get on there.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Like
Rocket
a
League
24
tournament.
hour.
But like we'd have to like, can we not do
We'll
it
do a
online?
Rocket League tourney so that everyone else playing can kick our asses.
Rocket League
There
on
you go.
CRT tournament.
There you go. We'll still lose.
Start
With
practicing.
practice. Well, that was my last question. So I guess
think
everybody's
that's it.
we're going on the old tube TV.
Tube TV, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I got
Yeah.
one
Anybody
more
else?
for you guys.
You got one more?
I
All
got
right. Here
one
we
more
go.
for you guys. You get handed a nice $20,000 computer right now. No
Yep, I'll take
expenses
it.
to you.
I'm done.
Take it.
But you
It's
can
mine.
never upgrade or get a new PC.
Oh, I'll just take the PC.
Oh, I have one. I have one too.
All right. I'm
Can I
taking
say
the
it?
20K PC. You know,
I'm taking
you
the
know what I'm gonna do?
20K PC.
I'm gonna sell that 20K PC for
right.
19K, a discount rate for somebody.
And then pour it all
Yeah,
into
take it.
GME stocks.
Let's go,
Okay.
baby, to the moon.
All right, you ready? You ready, boys? You ready?
Yeah.
This is the end all be all of
All right.
would you rather's. Would you rather never be able to play video games for the rest of your life, or never have sex again?
Oh.
Buddy, does it look like I'm having sex? Like, give me those
Yeah.
video games.
Yeah, dude, you're a handsome fella.
Absolutely not. Give me
100%.
those
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
games. I'll take
100%
abstinence any
are-
day.
Our wives and girlfriends, they ain't watching this anyway. So sorry, baby, I'm picking video games.
As a young
Let's
single
go.
man that's not married, I'll take the sex.
The sexy
No.
time.
I'll
Absolutely
probably
not.
even as someone who's close to marriage, I'll take the sex still.
Wait, can I
anyway.
still
Yeah.
masturbate?
My man.
Is this getting
Yes, you can.
inappropriate?
It's not an
No.
appropriate podcast. No,
No
hold bars, baby.
completion.
No, this is a
completion
good
whatsoever.
Christian Minecraft server.
All right.
Let's
Well,
finish.
I'm still taking video games.
High five.
Right.
Very nice.
High five.
High five, Nick.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah, sorry.
It's surprising we didn't already
Right.
do that. To be
Sorry,
honest.
honey, I'm picking video games. She ain't watching anyway. It doesn't matter. That's it. If anybody else has got another one, but I'm done.
No.
That's good.
Think
That was a
I'm
good
No,
one.
I'm good.
That was a fun episode. We had some little splits. We had some 4 pieces where we all liked them and all that stuff. So
We should end
That's
every
it, boys.
episode with a "Would you rather," but like based
Would you
off of
rather?
what our
Yeah,
main
we can.
topic is.
all right,
Sure.
I like
We
that.
should do
We'll
that
keep
from now on. I like that.
we'll
Would
keep
you
that going
rather have a
forward.
remake or a remaster?
We gotta
Neither.
tack that onto the other episode.
Yeah, just cut and paste. Easy
There
peasy.
you
Cut
go.
and
Good
paste,
to go.
yeah.
We're
Let
just
me change the
we're
lights
just
and put that
are
photo
we?
back on.
Does that mean we're remastering or remaking our podcast if we do that? We're making it better. so
That
I
would
guess
be a remake.
it's a remake, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, that's it for this one. It was a good one. Would you
Yeah.
rather? Special
Mhm.
podcast episode of the Level Up podcast.
Can't wait for
James
next week.
with the boys here. Another one, guys. Make sure you're smashing the like, subscribe, check us out every week because we're dropping podcasts, reviews, whatever it is related to gaming. We're dropping it for you guys. So thank you for tuning in. Boys from NXL. Take it easy.
Peace.
Take care.
Later days.
Later.